Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. I am Black Ice 73. I think I just tore up this damn chair. God damn it. Nah, I ain't touched the chair. I was just being too lazy to pull the chair up. But this story right here coming out of Tennessee. This is a disturbing story. This nasty family, that woman you see in the thumbnail, that's the mom. Oh, nasty heifer right there. And her and two other related people, these people kept this little child, in a dog kennel in a trailer with, I think, of like 11 snakes and 200 mice. These disturbing, dumbass people. Man, I did a video like this before. I think it was earlier this year, and it happened down in Lee County, Alabama, Smith Station, Alabama. And these people kept their three children in a homemade cage. But this one right here is one child too many. They said the cage they kept him in, it was under a cage they kept their snakes in. They treated this baby like he was a animal and kept him with the animals. Man, I'm telling you people, I know these they family members, but this one time I'm glad the state took this little boy. I'm gonna let y'all listen to a little of this video right here. Some of this audio. And this coming from WKRN out of Tennessee.
Have not only shows that a toddler was found in a cage, that cage was surrounded by hundreds of mice, even a 10-foot boa constrictor. Elizabeth Lane has been on the scene for us this morning. She has more. Sheriff Monty Ballou says after years of working in law enforcement, it's hard to find anything shocking. However, that is exactly how he describes this property. The sheriff says the conditions inside this trailer are so bad, he can't believe anyone could survive inside. What started as an animal abuse investigation turned into much more. Deputies report finding a toddler locked inside a cage. In the same room were large snakes and mice. Animals were rescued by the dozens, totaling well over 100, including chickens and roosters, flying squirrels, dogs, birds, and more. Deputies say they also recovered 127 marijuana plants and 17 guns, including an AR-15. 3 adults believed to have lived here are now facing charges. TJ Brown, Heather Scarborough, and Charles Brown are charged with aggravated child abuse, aggravated cruelty to animals, manufacturing of marijuana, and more. TJ Brown is already a convicted felon. Bond for each suspect is set at $300,000, and Sheriff Ballou says this case is heartbreaking.
With all the law enforcement years of experience up here, it's hard to find something that actually shocks us. It's hard to find something that will shock my conscience that says, oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. Or I've never seen this before.
Right now, the child involved is being taken care of by the Department of Children's Services. Sheriff Ballou says more charges for these suspects may be forthcoming. Reporting in Henry County, Elizabeth Lane.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
The sheriff sound like Gooma Powell. I know I got a southern accent, but that man, his accent is deeper than mine. But like that sheriff said, the things you see on the internet now, you're like, oh. But imagine seeing this stuff in person, like the sheriff and the investigators had to see. You seeing a baby locked up in a cage. And I was being generous when I started the video saying they were locked up around snakes and mice. You locked up around squirrels, chicken. Man, imagine the stink inside that trailer that baby had to live through. Man, these are darn nasty people, man. I know I said this so many times in my video, but we got so many people in the United States who walking around with mental illness. And then the mom, the family, you can't judge. They always say don't judge people how they look. But them people need to be judged the way they look. The people look like something wrong with them. They look, man, I'll tell you. These people look like they would just go out there in the field, work, and still have dirt all over their face and stuff like that when they come home. They look dirt. They look gross. They one of them people you just like, okay, you can have a seat. I'm serious. You on the public transportation, they're one of them people you like, you can have a seat. Because they just look just that dirty. It's a shame, man. Y'all know I'm going to read some of this article. But, man, I know they love saying you got the right to give birth. You got the right to abort. You got the right to do this. Man, some people don't need to have need to have. Some people, I don't know, man. It's just disturbing, man. It's not my place to say some people don't need to have children, and not my place to say people need to have children. Cause I know when I was growing up, I went through some struggling time because my people were young when they had me. But I never went through nothing like this little baby went through. This 2020. And this is the second case in 2020 of people locking their children up in cages that I have ran across. Imagine how many other people who got their children locked up in shackles and cages. Because we've seen stories, but we see stories. The stories just go past us like, God, that what happened? And then we never hear an update, or we never look into it, or we just, okay, it happened, But these children are being damaged mentally. Just imagine getting abused like this, and you growing up thinking this is natural, thinking like this is the way it's supposed to be handled, and you become grown. What you gonna do? You're gonna treat people the same way you were treated. Cut. It's a shame, man. It ain't that often I become speechless, but this is one of the cases that have you speechless. Is like a baby. It's bad for anybody of age. Being locked up in a cage. Even the people in prison. I'm going too far. Some people need to be in prison. The one who don't did the murder and rapes and stuff like that, they need to be in prison. But a little child like this, like for example, like I said, people in prison, some people in prison who are adults can't handle being locked up. And imagine how, I guess, if this is what the child or the children grew up on, they think it's natural, it's normal. Like, oh shit, they better get mad, they better locked up in the cage. Oh shit. They don't want to hear me cry or beg for food. They will lock me up in the cage. Like, okay, I'm about to go home. I'm about to go to bed. And that bed is just like when I tell my two dogs. When I tell my dog Butch and Lynn time to go to bed, they go up in that thing. They treated that baby just like an animal. Like I said earlier, this is my first time in a while saying it's good this child being taken. Because this child got a chance of being raised by a normal family in a normal environment and try to get this tragic time of his life kind of put behind him. Because, most of the time, people don't remember stuff that, when you come an adult, you don't remember stuff that happened to you when you were 5 years old. I know I can't. I might remember a whipping. I don't think it was 5 years old I remember. It's a lot of things that me personally, there's some people might still can remember what they did 5 years and younger, but I can't. So maybe this child to get some counseling, the child get put in a stable home that gonna show him love and not abuse. They didn't say what the child mental level. Like, is the child able to count? Is the child able to, speak? They ain't mentioned none of that stuff. But I'm gonna read some of this article. And like I said, this come out of Henry County, Tennessee. Brought to you by WKRN. Gotta get them people their flowers. I'm using their information. It said 3 people have been charged after a child was found inside a dog kennel in a trailer, which also houses several mice. Ain't mice, but several mice and snakes, including it shouldn't be 10 feet, but it's a 10-foot boa constrictor, according to the Henry County Sheriff. They said during a news conference Friday morning, Sheriff Monte Bellew said 42-year-old Heather, I'll call her Heather Scumbag, but her name is Scarborough, but she Heather Scumbag to me. And 46-year-old TJ Brown and 82-year-old Charles Brown were arrested on charges of aggravated child abuse, aggravated cruelty to animals. They face a variety of other charges as well. They said, according to sheriff deputies responding to the trailer Thursday, following an anonymous tip about possible animal cruelty, inside, deputy found a look at this shit, man. Found the 1-year-old child in a kennel. A 1-year-old child. Man. They had to put the child in. Just because the child, it's children, majority of the children that age, they only cry for like 3 things. They cry because they're hungry, they cry because they need their diapers or pull-up change, or they cry because they sleepy. If they some healthy children. Only 3 things. Trust me. I know. Children don't cry for 3 things. And you feed them. Okay. Burp them. 9 times out of 10, or maybe I said 7 times out of 10, when you burp that baby ready to go to sleep. Change that baby happy. Because you're getting that itchy off them. And when they're sleeping, just spend 30 minutes to an hour reading or singing a song to the baby. And the baby normally just doze off. If you ain't got no doing extracurricular activities going on like that house had, selling dope, raising chicken, them mother people right there. They said there were also a boa constrictor and 7 other snakes in the room with the child, including 2 that was right above the child's head. They said there were several buckets next to the Kindle that contained 150 to 200 mice, he added. He quote, "It's hard to find something that actually shocked us." He said, "It's hard to find something that will shock my consciousness." that said, "Oh my gosh, I never seen." Come on, thing. He said, "I never seen." Oh man. He said, "I never seen this before." He said, the sheriff said there was $15 to $20 running loose inside, as well as thousands of cockroaches and maggots. The floor was covered with feces, he said. Yeah, dang, man. They said from the property, the sheriff said his deputy seized 86 chicken and roosters, 56 dogs. 56 dogs, man. What the hell? 10 rabbits, 3 cats, 8 snakes, and I don't know what this is. He said there was also 531 mice, rats, hamsters, as well as geckos, 3 sugar gliders. Investigators also found 127 marijuana plants and 17 guns, including an AR-15. They're making an AR-15 bad, but I got an AR-15. Legal. I bought it legal. And all 3 suspects are jailed on $300,000 bond. They are scheduled to appear in court later this month. Man, that is so ridiculous, man. I tried to post all 3 pictures, but in the thumb there's supposed to be her and the 2 men on the side, but it just showed her. God. You know, it's crazy that you feel sorry for a child that you never met before. Cause I told you, I do stories on, I don't care what race you are, black, white, Asian, Mexican. I do stories on everyone. I don't care. I do stories on everything. And I would show the same sympathy as I show for a black child, for whites and Asians and Mexican, Hispanic, whatever. I show the same sympathy for all of them. Because these children, like that old saying, these children wasn't asked to be here. Only thing these children want you to do, treat them with love, feed them, and give them a decent place to live. And as seen as this story is, they ain't do neither of them things. Or either of them things. We went either or neither. One, whatever it is. They ain't do nothing for them. Had this baby locked up with some animals, feces on the floor, roaches, maggots. Shit, man. That shit's crazy, man. I know the United States Constitution said every man and woman deserve a fair trial. You guilty? How you go? You guilty, proven innocent or something like that? To me, they innocent. Shit. Don't need no trial for that. This joker need to be in prison. If they don't plead guilty, they're wasting Henry County taxpayer money. Because these people guilty as hell, man. They shouldn't even have the right to remain silence. They should just get in there and like, what y'all were doing? What the hell y'all were thinking? Go ahead, plead guilty, and I won't take you around back and let you live with them boa scripters and the cockroaches and the damn maggots you had that baby living in it. God darn, man. I can't stand people sometimes, people. I ain't lying to you. I can't stand people sometimes. I know sometimes I Sometimes I come off city, sometimes being a city person. And sometimes I come off a little aggressive according to the story. Like this one of these stories right here, there's no city, it's no humor that should be added to the story. There's no color should be added to the story. That's why you haven't seen me. I know you see the thumbnail, but you ain't heard me say the color of this child, because it's a freaking child. This is a freaking child. This is not a damn color issue. It's a humanity issue right here. God done it. This is just wild right here. And the crazy part, I never heard of human county in Tennessee. Never heard of it. Not at all. And this is my first introduction to Huron County, Tennessee. And this is nasty. Freaking nasty people. Damn. I don't know. I guess it's just me. I love children too much to put them in kind of danger or anything. I wish you can ask my family. Like when my family get together, sometimes they start drinking and be cursing around children. I'm that person that they don't want to come to the party. Cause I'd be like, hey, why y'all cursing around the children? Why y'all drinking around the children? Come on. This is how these children age too fast, or y'all don't be able to take care of the children right, or y'all be saying, oh, these children bad when they get older, when they learn their behavior from you. I'm one of them people who do it. And they're like, nah, you don't need to come around. Because they will know what I'm going to do. I'm not judging you. I'm not one of the people who are going to judge you. Not at all. But at the same time, I will bring it up to your attention. Like, look right here. You got a freaking elementary age child right here. And you talking like that. I tell you. We get to the point, I don't even go to family gatherings. Cause I know what's gonna happen. This ain't no diss to my family. I love my family. My father's side and my dad, and my mom's side. I love them. But at the same time, I do not sit around seeing people act stupid around children. Cause they used to tell me all the time, oh, you need to let your daughter out more. You babying her. You doing this. Man, shut up. The way you raising your child is not the way I want to raise my child. My children, 124, 117. My 17-year-old, she's not even allowed to say lie. I know people like, oh, they're too harsh. She can't say lie. No, she's not allowed to say lie. When she become an adult, finish college, start her career, get her own house, she still better not say lie to me. I don't give a damn how old she get. I'm always gonna be her dad. You show your respect. I don't even say lie, and I don't cuss around my dad. And before my mom passed away, I ain't cussed around her. I ain't cursed around her. Use profanities. I know that curse. But I ain't use profanity around my mom or my dad. It's respect. To me it is. I don't care. I was raised with two sisters. And we totally opposite. They still like spit out some venom sometimes, with their words. But I refuse to say that. Like when you see me, if I'm reading a story and the N word in there, I'd be so hesitant to say it because this is not the word I use in my vocabulary. I would call you a clown or a joker before I use the N word. If I was greeting you, I was like, what's up, my brother? Or what's up, my sister? I refuse this is my way of thinking. The energy that you put out it's the energy you're gonna receive. Like I got some dudes, be cool and everything, and they see other people like, what up, Ian. When they see me, they say, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Because they know I don't like that word and I don't associate myself with that word. And the reason I'm saying all this, the children repeat what they hear. You see them little sponges be sitting over there, be looking up in your face, just like that. Let's go to the next person, looking up in their face. Go to the next person, looking at their face. And you keep on using negative words around them, guess what they're going to do? They're going to grow up using those same negative words. And then you got some of these doing parents out here. I'm not preaching, I'm just telling the truth. Then you got some of these parents out here who applaud their children when they be out here cursing and stuff. Like, oh, look at him. People like, you need to sit the bad ass down. And he's still cursing toward the child. And then you telling the child he bad. I don't believe in that. I believe in talking positive to a child. Man, I know my daughter is not the smartest person in the world, but let me tell her, she's the smartest person in the world. When I talk to my older daughter, I start off, if it ain't, hey, my beautiful daughter, or I'm going to say, hey, my intelligent daughter, because my older daughter stay in North Carolina. I'm going to start the conversation like that. When I start the conversation going to be uplifting. It ain't going to be nothing negative, like, it's nothing. And these people right here, at 1 year old, they already done failed this little child. They have failed this child. And there's plenty of other children out here who've been mistreated by their parents or guardians. Oh, man, I can't stand people sometimes, people. I ain't lying to you. Or I can't stand people in stories like this. Ain't that I can't stand people, but I can't stand people in stories like this. Because this is unexcusable right here. Be honest with you. If I were the judge, I would raise their bail to $1 million a piece. About $300,000. Because they might can come up with $30,000 or something and get out on bail. So if I can move some land for them, sell some land for them, get them out on bail $30,000. Because in some places, if you're not ordered to pay the whole amount of that $300,000, you only have to pay 10% of that done to a bail bondsman. So they pay them $30,000 or put up their land, is it worth $30,000, and they walk free. The same freaking animals will walk free. So if I was a judge, I'm like, your bail is $1 million and you need to pay the full amount in order to get out of jail. But with them scumbags like that, they might get lucky and somebody in the family hit the Mega Million of the Powerball and get them out. They're crazy, man. You want to piss me off? Just mess with a child. That shit pissed me off so bad, man. Because they doing people. Doing people. People, man. God. I'm not the most intelligent person. I'm not one of them people gonna be a life coach. I'm not one of them people gonna have you stand up in there saying, hey, this is what you need to do to make improvement in your life. No, I'm not one of them people. And them people who do that, they just doing it for the money. A life coach, nothing but a hustler. That's my opinion. You're a life coach, I'm sorry. But they ain't nothing but hustlers. So you tell somebody, you stand up for an hour or 2 hours and tell people, this is what you need to do in your life and make a change. And then you're gone. In order to see you again, they had to pay you. Yeah. You shouldn't need no life coach to tell you how to treat people or tell you how to manage your finance or tell you how to obey the law or what the law about. You can do all that. You don't have to pay for that junk. Do that junk yourself. But people like this who treated this little young 1-year-old like this, shit, he must. Something wrong with them people. Something is wrong with them, man. Huh. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for listening to me, giving my opinion. Because this is not a rant. This is how I feel. I know a rant and how you feel kind of close together, but this is how I feel. Like I said, I don't give a damn what race a child is. I hope you people prosecute us to the fully of the law when it comes to children. When it comes to anybody, especially children who can't defend themselves. Oh. I don't like people sometimes, but I don't like people like this sometimes. Some nasty people, man. Hey, thank you for watching the video. I know this is going to be the last video I do for the weekend because it's time for me to go to work, get them done about 40 some hours in 3 days. So, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed and you make it back this far, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and hit the share button. And I hope you all have a safe and wonderful weekend. And you see somebody mistreating a child, man, report them. Report them. It's your business. I know people say, oh, this ain't your business. It's your business. Call 911 on them. Support them. Forget them. They won't get in trouble if they weren't mistreating the child. You out this Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Use 911. About that. You ain't no snitch. Only way you snitching is you participating in the abuse of the child. Still won't be no snitch. Tell on them. God damn it. Thanks for watching the videos. I'll talk to you later.